Welcome to another great episode of American Rifleman Television, brought to you by Ruger, rugged, reliable firearms. The Marlin Firearms Company started back in the 1870s and got into the lever action business in 1881. Now, this is a company that was purchased by Remington, and the guns are now made in Ilion, New York. This week's Rifleman Review is the Thompson Center Compass Rifle. Now, this is an affordable performance gun from Thompson Center. For I Have This Old Gun, we'll look at the littlest Browning, and of course, that's the baby Browning made by FN. But right now, let's look at Marlins made today.
Well, in the 1860s, during the Civil War, John Malin Marlin was learning and applying himself to the tool and die maker's trade at, of all places, Colt Firearms. But Marlin had some ideas about guns that he wanted to build eventually, and sure enough, when the war finished, he devised one of the first lever actions to bear the Marlin name. In 1870, starting the Marlin Company, and then in 1881, began with his first lever action design.
In 1881, Marlin introduced a large lever action repeater that would handle the 4570 cartridge and the large cartridges that had that extra power level over the cartridges manufactured for the Winchester Model 1876. And 5 years after the introduction of the Winchester 76, the Marlin 81 jumped right in there and became the premier gun in that particular slot. Now, this Marlin Model 1881 was based on a design by Anthony Burgess. Due to the era it was introduced, it was really probably the only lever action repeater that made a really good buffalo gun at the end of the buffalo hunting era. The years following the introduction and the initial success of the Model 1881 were very, very prolific for the Marlin Company. They introduced a series of lever-action rifles, beginning with the 1885, continuing through the 1886, 1887, 1888, 1889, 1891, 1892, 1893, and 1895. They were nearly on a gun-of-a-year track.
What was happening was the Marlins were continuing to grow, to be improved upon, and to be refined. One of the guns that's still fairly relevant today was really a pistol caliber gun. That was the Marlin Model 1894.
To watch this entire episode on Outdoor Channel, contact your TV provider today.